Hey guys, this is Chuck. We're out at our Hickory location. We're doing all of our planting for this crop this year. Right now, what we've done here so far is we've put in our drip irrigation down on the bottom here, and we break that off into, it's a 1-inch pipe, and then it breaks off into a little like half-inch pipe, I think. And on the back here, I've got a drip line that drips every 12 inches, and and that'll kind of wet this whole line. And this is all green beans and peas, this back fence. And then it's 150 foot long, and the garden actually is about 150 feet by about 75 feet. And then down here, down the middle, we'll be able to plant all sorts of root crops. So we'll have another 150 foot of, turnips and parsnips and beets and all that kind of stuff. Maybe some kale and some like hardier lettuces and stuff too. And then over here, this fence here is another 150 foot. And this is going to be all cucumbers. So the cucumbers right now are at my greenhouse. They're already, they're about 6 inches tall. We'll be dropping those in along the line here. And so that'll be all drip irrigated with this other line that's behind us here. And then over here is all another these are 150 foot rows of tomatoes. We got about 73 tomatoes per row. And it looks like we're going to have 2, 4, 6, 7 rows. So you guys do the math, let me know how many I got. Sounds like about 500, I think. And then we got 200 at the other farm too. So keep in mind, we're going to be selling some tomatoes at our little farm stand. And then in front of this, we're going to do our zucchini and squash. That'll be up this way. We'll be doing our zucchini and squash will be going in here once we're done with the tomatoes. And then we'll have this whole front row of about 10 or 12 feet, maybe about 15 feet possibly, that we can do with all different kinds of whatever we got left. Some herbs, we still got plenty of different kinds of lettuces. We're going to try to do a ton of lettuces this year. So that's basically what we got going there. And then I'm going to show you our cistern. Hey guys, all right, so now all of our farm in Hickory Hills here is all drip irrigated. So what we did was we've got an underground tank that holds about 1,700 gallons. And then if you look over next to the tank, we've got those 4 barrels that are above ground that we pump water into when it's really wet. And then we can dump those out whenever we need extra water. So altogether, we got about 3,000 gallons of rainwater that we can hold on site here. And then all that goes through this pump. We've got a little filter on here to filter out the water, and then it all goes into, there will be 3 valves going here, and we can shut off we can water a third of the farm at a time, so it'll give us a way to regulate how much water each section of the farm gets. We're almost done with that. If you look back here, you'll see all the lines going, and that feeds all the 3 main lines, and then that feeds all the whole farm. And then going this way, we're going to have this line buried under the ground here. That'll lead over to our underground tank here, and then it goes through here. We'll have that kind of all completely underground, and then that goes into our underground tank, which is holds all of our rainwater. We have the whole farm all the way around it is got drip drainage on it. So all the way around the farm it drains, and it all feeds back into this underground tank. And then also the rainwater from the house also feeds down and goes back into this tank also. So almost all the rainwater on this whole property feeds right into this tank. And then, like I said before, once this tank's full, because it's too much rain, then we could take that and fill these extra water storage here. And then right now those are all full because it's spring and we have a lot of rain. And then we've got over here, we've got all of our compost pile. This is all potato peelings and all sorts of different kinds of scraps from here. This is all like old potato peelings that have turned into basically, fertilizer, basically compost. So that's what we got here. And then we've got another another compost pile in front. And then up over here, we've got all of our fruit trees. We've got, these are asparagus beds. If we walk over, I'll show you. We got a couple asparagus. right front here. It's been a little bit of a weird year for us for asparagus. We've gotten a lot of really skinny ones that bolted, but this is asparagus here. There you see there's like 4 or 5 more coming on this plant, and we got 3 beds, you know, once we get some pretty serious rain, they'll pop up really fast. But they've been getting weird this year. So, and then these are our 2 pear trees, this one and that one, the big trees, and then down below it we've got the grapevines, which were all on the property when we bought it. And we get a lot of grapes off those things. It's amazing. And then we planted a couple trees. This one died. It looks like, and then that one's an apple tree also. And that's the property. If you want to do a quick scan, give them an idea what we got, and that's what the guys are working on now. So hey guys, now it's July 1st. And we are starting to really get some good production, and we're at our Hickory Hills farm. I'm standing in our bed of our zucchini and yellow squash, which are really producing. We kind of picked them mostly yesterday, but as you can see, they're really flowering up really nice. Those are the ones we're using for our stuffed squash blossoms. I know we're doing those in Darien, stuffing them with some cheese, and then serving them with a marinara, frying them and then serving them with marinara. And then we're getting all sorts of zucchinis and squash. We just picked up, I don't know, probably 100 yesterday. And our cucumbers are doing fantastic. If you look around, you'll see our tomatoes are doing pretty good here. They're doing a lot better in than Darien. But they're doing pretty good here. These are our tomatillos, which you can see are pretty full of tomatillos. We're doing pretty good with those. And then actually over here is these are our husk cherries, which aren't doing the greatest, but they're just kind of slow growers. And this is what happens is these just fall onto the ground and they kind of just ripen on the ground. And this is a little tomatillo, and these things are just fantastic. They taste almost like a little pineapple. Like when you eat them, they're so sweet. And have you ever tried one of these?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of like a, I don't know, just like a little pineapple taste to them. So I grew quite a few this year. So I'm hoping to maybe be able to do some different pies and stuff with those things and that. So we'll see how good those, if they really come out good this year. And then these are all of our tomatoes. We've got, I think at this farm, if you scan it, you'll see we've got about I think about 600 tomato plants maybe or so here, and then maybe 500, and then 200 at Darien, maybe something like that. And then back here we've got all our cucumbers. We got about 100 feet of fence that we put cucumbers. We got some new ones that are just coming out, and then in the middle there you'll see there's some Swiss chard and beets, and in the back we've got sugar snap peas, and these are our green beans along that fence there. This farm is mostly our bigger stuff. We're going to go over to our Darien farm in a second here, and we'll kind of show you at that farm we're doing a little more of the small stuff. We've got a ton of lettuces and things that are kind of tricky to grow when you're the raised beds just kind of work better for that. I like it better. You get a little bit better drainage and stuff. But everything's going really good here. So it's July 1st. We've already picked about maybe 30, 40 tomatoes only. We're kind of on the beginning. We got a lot of tomatoes, but they're just not quite ripe. But we did have about 30 or 40 ripe ones that we picked. But we're a little longer on that. So we'll take it back over to Darien and see you over there. Hey guys, all right. So now we're at our this is our Darien location. So here we're doing a little more of the small stuff. We're actually getting ready to put up. We got approval from Darien to put up. We're gonna have a 77-foot long greenhouse to cover our some of our crops that kind of like our peppers. We're gonna put all our peppers inside of a greenhouse. So as you can see, our tomatoes are doing a little better here. We've got we got quite a few tomatoes on the plants. Not a ton of ripe stuff yet, but we're really close. We'll probably, I'm guessing within 10 days we'll be probably not buying any more tomatoes with all the tomatoes we're going to have. So yeah, we're doing really good with these. And then here, now at this location, we're doing a lot of lettuces. And if you kind of scan around, you'll see we got beds of lettuces all over the place. And they're doing quite well. These are little mini romaines. This will be regular green romaine. And then we're also doing some red romaines. Over here we've got a couple different kinds of, you'll see the red romaines and little baby ones coming up down on the end down there. Then over on that bed too, you got some really small little ones. And we're just going to keep them flowing. Those are little mini, they're calling them mini romaine heads. So we're looking forward to those really popping up good. These are our peppers. They're doing pretty decent. Some are doing better than others. Our jalapenos we're already picking, but that's why the peppers just take a little time to grow. These are habaneros. These are little Oaxacan pasillas, which you can see they kind of turn black or like dark brown, and we're really excited about these. This is one of our biggest crops we're doing is these Oaxacan pasillas. It's a really expensive chili that we bring in from. The seeds come from Oaxaca, Mexico, and I pay about $25 a pound, sometimes like $30, $35 a pound for them when they're dried. So if I can, it's a smoked chili, so we're hoping to take them and throw them in our smoker and smoke our own. So we'll see how they come out. I'm pretty excited about that. And then over here we've got we're doing some green beans and eggplants. These are eggplants, which are just starting to get some eggplants growing now. We got some pretty nice flowers. Here's a nice flower from the eggplant. Nice little purple flower. So yeah, they're starting to come along pretty well. So yeah, this is once again, it's still July 1st. And yeah, if you look right here, I'll give you a kind of an idea. Like if these two rows, this row and this row, are what we're going to put inside the greenhouse. So this whole thing will be greenhouse. So that'll be we'll have lettuces in here. We'll have, I don't know what we got, maybe 100 and something pepper plants, maybe almost 200 pepper plants. Because I've always found like the peppers are just starting to really grow, and then winter comes. So if I can get an extra month and a half out of it, I think that would be pretty nice. So that's basically what we got going here. If you want, we can kind of walk over here really quick. I'll show you some of our herbs. Most of our herbs we've got growing in this area. We kind of just picked a lot of stuff yesterday and we're drying it. This is our basil, which is doing quite well. Sage. We just picked a ton of sage. We're drying that right now. More basil. This is all mint here, which we actually just dug out all this mint because we had so much mint. It was just taking over the whole garden. We can see we got some garlic chives down on the end down here, and behind that some rosemary. And then this was all thyme here. These were giant bushes, so we've got, I don't know, 20 pounds of thyme in there. It was insane. And then if you look, these little yellow flowers, this is it's a Mexican marigold, so it's kind of got like a little bit of like an anisey flavor, kind of licoricey, kind of tarragon kind of thing going on. And then over here these are our cukes, which are doing quite well. I don't know if we have any on there. We did a lot of picking yesterday, so I don't know if we have a ton of cukes left. We kind of picked them off. These are little baby pickles, and this is about as big as we really let them get. And then we're using these for all of our salads. We got these, and then we got the seedless burpless type. I love these. These are my favorite. This is my favorite pickle, or favorite cucumber, and we just use them as cucumbers. A lot of people are like, I don't like pickles. It's just a cucumber, a little baby cucumber. So that's. And then we got more squash back here, and as you can see, all of our tomatillos are doing really well too. We're starting to get some pretty good results on our tomatillos. So So that's it, guys. So I would guess right now at the restaurant we're serving the zucchini, the squash, the cucumbers. We should have our tomatoes very shortly. All of our basil's rolling. We're doing the mint in drinks and stuff, and now we're using the mint pretty extensively. And then if you take a quick look, that's our gazebo if you haven't seen it, which I think is looking really nice these days. The flowers are all starting to fill in. All the grass is looking really good. We've got a nice little path that that is really kind of filled in. So that's our gazebo, and that's all the trees are starting to really fill in really nice. I think it's going to really look sharp. And then if you take a little scan of the path, it really came out nice. So you can have your wedding right here. Well, we can set up chairs and do your ceremony right here. So we're pretty excited about it. It's looking pretty good. So thanks, guys, and we will talk to you soon.